Alright, it's Mr. Graybo, and I'm gonna make a video here of how to make your Bloxels like game template, pulling from our Bloxels and using the QR codes and a whole bunch of things using Canva. Okay, so the first thing is you need to make sure that you've joined my Canva team, right? The link is in the Google Classroom. I can walk you through this. Now, I'm on a desktop computer, not a Chromebook, so some of these settings will be a little bit different, but we'll be able to figure it out. So here we go. All right, so here's this template, and it's pretty generic right now. So we are going to start to update this, okay? So let's change the title of the game, and I'm thinking the title of my game, let me pull it up here. We're just gonna do, I'm just gonna do K. Allen example. Actually, let's go, I'm gonna go Avengers, right? Now, I'll just go Avengers. It's fine. Now, with this text right here, I don't really like this font, so let's go ahead and change it. Ooh, that one looks cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool looking. All right, so I'm gonna click off and I'm gonna drag it back down. And I'm looking at this and I kind of want to change the background. So I can right click, right, let me see. Oh yeah, when I just click on this background, you can see this color right here. Now we have a ton of different options, right? So I'm gonna add a new color and I can pick anything, right? And you can also do your own gradient. So when you add gradients, this can be really a lot of fun to get it just how you want, right? And let's add another gradient. Let's add like a yellow. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to go with a gradient, but this is how you can customize your own gradients, and you can even change like how it looks with these different options. Okay. But I'm just going to I'm just going to go back to a solid color, and I kind of like this green. All right, so let's go back to Avengers, and I want to change the text color. And let's go ahead and make it this Bloxels red. I'm going to go to effects here, and I'm going to add an outline around it. And I want this outline to be black. And if I click down here, I can actually increase the thickness of this. All right. I kind of like that. Kind of is giving me like a Ninja Turtle vibe. But created by EG8000. So EG8000 is like my username example that I always use. Make sure that you change that to yours. And I'm going to change this font. And kind of like that. And let's see how it looks in a different color. Let's try like whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Undo right there. So let me click back on here. Let's change this text color to, no, that's not, let's keep it black maybe. All right, and let me see effects. I don't think I want to do anything. Ooh, maybe a neon. I kind of like that. All right. So I got my title, I got my username, right? Down here, I'm going to do my first and last name. So just double click, type. Now, make sure that you're changing these fonts. Don't do the default fonts. So make sure that you continue to change it around how you would like. With your font color, here's your font size. You can always grab from the corner too, right? So I do want your first and last name, and I don't. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Kind of drawn from the top and the bottom. Let's go with effects. Ooh, I can lift this up so it looks like it's up off the paper. So, all right, I'll do that. Now this play now, I'm gonna come back to this, okay? Because I want to make sure that we do this correctly, okay? Now, we're gonna put pictures in from your game, okay? And this is gonna be a QR code. So we're gonna actually set this QR code up so people can scan it with their phones when they come for like the STEM art music open house night. And we're gonna make this play now. We're gonna make this a hyperlink, so you can just click on it. So let's do that now. Let's go back into our Bloxels, and I'm gonna do Mr. Allen's example. And remember, like, this game is not complete, right? Like, we know this, so that's fine for my example. But I do need to make sure that I have an end flag, because we're going to publish this game. All right, so let me move my record stuff out of the way. All right, white story block. I'm going to add it here at the end, and I'm going to decorate it as an end flag. I should have done this before. I apologize. So default, and I feel like I got a runny nose. I got a cold or something today, or allergies probably. So we're going to add this end flag. We're decorate it. We got to configure it to be an end flag. And I'm going to go with, I like the simple one. That's kind of one of my favorites. All right, so let me test. Make sure that it works. Sweet. All right. So now what we're going to do is we got to publish our game, right? So to publish a game, I'm going to go up to the top menu. I go to arcade. Because I need to publish this so I get a hyperlink, right? So top left-hand corner, I'm going to publish, and I'm going to publish this K. Allen example game. And title, K. Allen example, that's fine. I know on I put like Avengers, but I'll just keep it K. Allen example. And I got to drag my hero to the right starting spot. So here we go. This is really important that you've changed it from the beginning, right? So here's mine. I do have an end flag. You can have multiple end flags. This is really important that you make sure that you have an end flag so we can actually end the game. Settings, like, I'm happy with all of these settings. Tags, this would be something that you could search for. So maybe I could do STEM game, no spaces, right? We can add it. We can do example. This will just help people search for tags in the arcade. So it's a good way to search on the Bloxels platform. I don't need to test it. You may want to. But this is visible, so you can see this is not visible. So this is unlisted. This is like if you're doing warps. But most of you want your games public. We're going to click OK. And then we're going to click publish, and it's going to send it out to Bloxels in California, and a real human actually plays all of these games and make sure that they're appropriate. Now, it's not available until it's moderated. However, I do have this link here, okay? So I'm going to click on it, and I copied it, okay? Now I'm going to show you another way of how you can get this link too. So if you just go to arcade, over here it says My Games. So here's Mr. Allen's example, right? I have some other ones. So I'm going to grab this, and yeah, I know, but we can also click right here to share link copied, right? So here's all the info about your game, blah, blah, blah. But I can copy my game link. All right, so now, here we go, right? So let's click on this QR code, and I'm going to double click on it, and you'll notice that over to the left it pops up. We're going to edit this. So right now the URL is just like playbloxels.com. I'm going to click and erase and Control V to paste that link in. Now I can customize this. So I'm going to do my background color kind of like this red, and I'm going to update my code. Cool. Now, I should probably check to make sure that it actually works. So let me see. And I'm checking on my phone here, and it says download the Bloxels app. And it's loading. And here we go, right? Like, it's now playing. All right, so my link works, all right? This is super important to remember. Sorry guys. All right, now I also want this play now button to be a hyperlink. So we are going to click these 3 dots, right? So I'm clicked on play now, 3 dots, and I'm gonna do link. And I already had it saved, right? Done. Now, if you do not want this underlined, like I personally, I want this to be more like a play button. So I'm going to click on the underline to get rid of it. I'm going to change my font to kind of like that Avengers one, right? Oh, yeah, I do like that. So I'm going to kind of a little bit smaller. Play now. Let me see. We do. I'll do gray, and I think that'll look better because I'm going to get rid of all of this gray. So look, I can play now, and it takes me straight to that website. So that's really a nice feature to play the game. So I got my QR code. Just let me play my game just by scanning it. I can also click here, and it would play, right? So let's grab some pictures from my game. So this first one, I am going to highlight, oh, sorry guys. I'm going to highlight the character that I made. So let me get to my home. And if you remember, I use Sprinkles as my hero. So I'm going to use this as my character. And if I go into edit mode, I can see the different poses of Sprinkles, right? Now I'm trying to think, yeah, like we are just going to, I'm just going to take a screenshot right here. So on your Chromebooks, over in the bottom right-hand corner are your options for this. Mine is a snip tool, so I'm going to open up my snip tool. And you have one on your Chromebook too. It looks a little bit different. And I'm just going to click and drag. I want like this. And it automatically copies. So now I just go in here, and I'm going to Control V to paste Sprinkles. So let's get that out of here. And you know, these rectangles, they're just to hold the spot, right? So we're gonna grab Sprinkles. We're gonna do like this. Actually, I kind of want, let's put Sprinkles over here and make them a little bit smaller and leave a little bit of margin. And let me go back into my game. Let's see. We're gonna edit my game, and I'm gonna find a spot of my game that like I want to take a picture of. I'll just, for the sake of this video, it's already too long. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this picture of my game. So I'm gonna just grab. I'm just gonna grab this. Cool. And I'm going to paste it in. All right, and then let me see. Let's go back into my Bloxels. Let's move Sprinkles to right here. I want Sprinkles like flying, right? So, sorry, test. Now this is where it's going to be tough, right? So I want to take a picture of Sprinkles with the bomb. All right, so let's go back to my screen capture. I'm going to do new, and that wasn't the right timing. It's totally, eyes were totally closed. So let's see if I can get the timing right. There it is. All right, we'll grab like this. I'll grab a little bit of the ground, and we'll go back in here. I want it in this spot. And I'll squish, whoops, wanted like that. Maybe I'll squish the resize just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab another picture of the game. I wish I had like, I wish I had an enemy. So actually, I can go to characters and I can go right up here to view asset packs, and let's say I wanted to include one of my teammates' characters. I can go to class library, and I'm going to totally grab this Bergen. I think this is awesome. So I'm going to actually just snip, take this right there. All right, so there's my Bergen, which awesome. I love trolls, right? So we're gonna paste it in. So, I'm trying to highlight a couple of the characters. I didn't make any custom art. I kind of wish that I would have. But this is kind of like the game booklet. This is what I'm going to print off. This is what's going to be visible to everybody's families and the whole school and stuff. So make sure you're kind of capturing parts of your game that you're really excited about, that you really want to share. I am not happy with how all this looks, right? Like, I think my colors are bad, but that's okay. And maybe I would make, some size changes and stuff like that. But this is kind of what yours should look like, and how you can go about doing it. And I'll make sure I help you with your Chromebooks on how to grab these images off of Bloxels. But this was a long video, but we'll walk through this in class too. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.